This week we're going to chat about how I and Swinny, or Swinny and I, as you meant to say, squared up playing as Sora. I think I had one game as Sora in Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. What did we think of Sora? What did we think of the game? No more characters. No more characters. Maybe no balance patches from this point.
Well,
Swinny.
we'll see. We'll see. There's some interesting Sora tech out there that I don't know. It'd be interesting to see whether or not they decide to patch some of it. So,
Well, look at
yeah,
Bayonetta.
yeah. No, it was look. Originally, I thought maybe this also doubles up as a chance for us to kind of almost like say a bit of a goodbye in terms of like news and stuff for Smash Ultimate. This is going to be the last, unless they surprise us, kind of, big thing, big deal, big event
Big, big.
is Smash Ultimate, big. And yeah, so Sora came out last week, and I don't know, I don't dislike the character, but I also don't feel as if it's my kind of character. Does that make sense?
Yeah, which kind of surprised me because when we're watching the Sakurai Direct, the final Sakurai Direct, and I think ever, but we'll come back to that. I just thought this character, oh my god, I was getting annoyed watching it, just thinking, oh my god. Number one, I was upset that it wasn't Dark Souls, because I really got in my head that it was going to be Dark Souls during the reveal, but you just like the moveset, I'm like, oh, this is the kind of crap, gimmicky crap that Swinny loves. It's a DLC character, but yeah, you didn't really click with it, I don't think.
Well, honestly, like the normals and everything in Sora, I like, like very aerial based, of course, like the games. But I like his aerials. But even in the presentation, when they started showing off the specials, I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is my kind of character outside of the counter, which is like I play a lot of counter
Yeah.
characters. Even the spells just aren't really like. Obviously, I play some characters like Hero and stuff, but this it didn't feel like okay, that's the kind of move set that I would naturally gravitate towards. There's been even characters like Pyro Mythra. It's like this character just doesn't feel like the character for me. But I was actually surprised when I played Sora that he felt a bit more natural than what I was expecting. I do like the character, but yeah, it's like there's so many characters. Like you can't play them all, like or learn them all properly. But I'm happy. I'm really happy that Sora's in the game because it's obviously it was the biggest character that people wanted, in general. So yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think they did Sora justice. I think it's not an ultra weak character or anything like that. It doesn't seem at this stage to be an ultra strong one. I'm not really sure what the tech you're talking about.
oh, there's some dodgy tech out there, but I think it's just the fact a lot of it is in very specific situations.
Oh, okay.
But I just have a feeling there might be some like there's some stuff that just looks like it would be like they patched things out for less. Like especially like when they added Steve, like obviously there's lots of glitches there, but they even patched stuff out that people weren't expecting. So it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, look, I think the community's response has been interesting. You've got some top players actually, being pretty good with the character. Was it? I think it's MK Leo, I believe.
Yeah, but
No,
he is a freak though.
I
Like
think it's MK. I can't
him and
remember, but
Tweak
yeah,
just pick up any character and make it look good.
yeah. So I think this character has a lot of potential, but the problem is like the immediate thing that when I was watching all the first impressions was he's just so floaty. He's just so floaty, and it means when you try to do fast falls and stuff like that, it's just you got to do the down air a lot, and that puts you like you can be punished out of it and things like that. But look, I think this is a fantastic character for people that love to go off stage. Like it's just a fun character to watch, honestly, off stage. So, and we talked earlier that off stage isn't usually my strongest suit. So I don't know if it's my kind of character, but I'm really happy to put him in.
Yeah, the offstage tech is insane for this character. Like, even people who aren't that good off stage, I've seen like videos of them. I'm like, Jesus, like they just can recover from almost any position possible when they're off stage. It's pretty incredible.
But you never know. It could be like Cloud, where initially I didn't click with Cloud, and then eventually he became like almost like a backup secondary character for me, where I actually got used to his moveset. And look, you never know. But there's just so many other characters. So.
Because just on the patches, I actually went back to Smash 4 just to see what the pattern was. And essentially, like, they released Bayonetta, and they had a very minor overall balance patch, like maybe 1 month later, I think, and then a month after that, they did one balance patch to fix some issues for Bayonetta only, and that was it. Like, the game was absolutely done at that point, Smash 4. So I could still imagine they might do one patch before the end of the year, and then that's it. Like, fixing some, bugs or anything like that. But I don't think they're going to make anything like they did, like with this one with, like, Jigglypuff, where it's like they've moved Jigglypuff multiple tiers, like some of the changes they've made with Jigglypuff.
The only thing that I think of is that just Smash Ultimate, where it is at end of life versus Smash 4 end of life, like there's just such a bigger install base for the Switch, that it just seems like maybe there's more of a reason to do some ongoing maintenance in terms of balances. But we know that, look, Nintendo's generally, like, they're pretty good. They've been good with balancing, honestly. Like, the amount of characters they've had to balance is crazy. It's wild. But also, they're not they're not in to make Smash a competitive esports game, so.
Yeah, and, like, Nintendo, like, are really weird when it comes to, what do you call it? Like, I've gone blank, games as a service type of thing, or...
Yeah.
There's another
Live
name
service.
for it. I can't remember.
Live service.
Yeah, live service. That's what I'm thinking of. They're really weird with that. Like, you see it with Animal Crossing, the fact that they're like, here's a free DLC, here's the paid DLC, and then we're pretty much finished with Animal Crossing. It's like, that's so weird. You've got 34 million people that have bought this game.
They
Like,
could keep milking it for so long.
like, genuinely, my wife, who's a big fan of Animal Crossing, she hasn't played it, right? And I thought she's finished with it. And then she heard about this DLC on LinkedIn. LinkedIn's crap as a professional network, by the way. But that's another topic. And she's like, oh, yeah, I got to jump back on that. I got to, like, time travel and catch up to the present day, because she does this thing where she has to experience every single day in the game. So
Oh, wow.
She has, like, experienced every single day up to April of last year, I think it was, or this year, sorry. And then she wants to go through that all again because she wants to play the DLC. And I was like... oh, okay, I didn't realize you wanted to play that. And I'm thinking, she would be the kind of person that definitely, if they had some kind of like $2, $4 a month, so whatever you want to do it per year, $15 per year subscription where they add just stupid crap in there, she'd be like all for it. Like, Nintendo is such a strange company. Like, and I kind of love it because of that. They're so incredibly unpredictable. Like, even when they're sitting on a gold mine, they're just like, nah, like, we don't care.
I have, sorry, there was a question from one of our listeners that is, what sort of hair gel does Sora use to maintain those spikes?
Uses the Cloud Special.
Ah,
there we go.
there you go.
And when you say it's one of our listeners, where are you reading this from?
I made it up.
Oh,
I just wanted to know.
I was looking at the chat. I'm like, I can't see it anywhere.
Look, in terms of on the spectrum of JRPG protagonist hair spikes, Sora's pretty low on that spectrum.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the
Pretty
Disney.
low.
We should do a tier list.
We should do a tier list. Yes. Spiky hair tier list, making a note of that.
But I wanted to get your thoughts, and like Swinny, we're probably going to have some other kind of wrap up on Smash, more thoughtful one, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But just any quick thoughts you had about Sakurai and Smash? Do you think he's going to helmet going forward?
I don't think he'll helm another game, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's brought on as a consultant.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
And that makes sense with like the fact that he works for himself, essentially his own company. That I think he's in a much stronger position to be able to say, look, I don't want to commit another. God knows how many years he's been working on just Smash Ultimate alone. Plus, there'd be less pressure for him to, he's not the head of the game at that point. And if the game doesn't live up to what Smash Ultimate, look, honestly, Smash Ultimate's just been absolutely just an absolute accomplishment. He doesn't, he's not the face of it anymore.
Do you think Sakurai will look good with spiky hair like Sora?
Does have that?
Because his current haircut's a bit.
No, his current hair, but he's had spiky-ish hair before.
Has he? I've never seen one with spiky
had a
hair.
kind
I've
of
always seen him
buffed
with that sort of. I don't even know what kind of haircut that is. Reminds me of the bucket haircut my parents used to give me when I was a kid, and then it would grow out a bit, and then I'd have to part it to the side so I could see.
I think we've officially jumped the shark in this segment now.
Just quickly, just to wrap it up. I mean, with Sakurai, you know, he didn't even know he was working on Smash until Iwata announced it, like at an E3, that oh yeah, we're making Smash for Wii U, and then he basically was contacted afterwards, going, "Oh, you're making that?" He's like, "What? No, I'm not." He goes, "I'm done with it. I'm like finished after the last game," and he's like, no, you're making it. And he's like, oh, all right, I'll do it. So he's almost been making Smash, because Smash 4, and, you know, I think you called it like, what did you call it, Swinny? I can't even remember at the time. It was like not a remaster, but it was like Smash 4.5 or something like that.
It's like it's built on the foundations of Smash 4.
For sure. I agree with that now. I agree with that. I was a bit bitter when you said that, but, you know, he's been making Smash 4 since about 2012.
Wow.
So, like, and they'd never stopped. They didn't actually stop the development. So they went from Smash 4, Bayonetta, like the final DLC, then making Smash Ultimate. So he's almost been working on it for 10 years. Like, it's kind of terrible.
That's amazing, though, to work on a game for 10 years. Wow.
And I look at it.
And then the three Smash games before that, you know,
Yeah.
alongside Kid Icarus and
Kid
everything
Icarus.
else he's worked on. So
Yeah, I really doubt I think he's pretty bitter about the Smash scene and the fans around it, and you know, he can't tweet about anything, because if he tweets anything, people go nuts and go, you know, Among Us are going to be in Smash because he's tweeting about Among Us. So he actually posted a tweet the other day with Among Us in it, and he literally wrote in Japanese, I can post this now because Smash is done and people aren't going to think Among Us is in the game. And I was like, that's kind of sad. Like, that's kind of sad that he can't, in any interview or anything, mention games that he's playing. So
He must have an alt account. Just so he can say what he wants.
Don't know.
yeah, it's called Harada.
Yeah. But yeah, Sora, fun character, love Smash. You know, it's such an achievement. Hard to top it. Like, just, you know, it's always going to be distinct in the sort of series, no matter what they do from this point on. And I think maybe in a year's time or something, Swinny, we should come up with like, what would you do, or what should Nintendo do, or what will Nintendo do with the next Smash game?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, cool. Maybe even 2 years' time, because it's going to be ages until the next Smash game. All right, well, let's jump into our final segment. Over to you, Swinny.